I paid $75 for everything in this box, including this briefcase that was owned by a Nickelodeon employee. And also, by the way, welcome to Comfort Cartoons, where I collect everything from the 90s, 2000s, all the way to the modern day. Without any further ado, let's sit on down. You know the drill. Comfort Cartoons Storage Wars Camera Flip. So for those of you guys who don't know, I work with somebody on our Whatnot streams who opens up storage lockers for a living. And when it comes to the nostalgic stuff, the toys, collectibles, all that kind of stuff, they always give me an incredible deal because that's not really what they sell or their expertise. And this time he gave me an unbelievable deal, being this whole box, including some Nickelodeon employee-only items, which I let them know for $75. An unreal deal. So we're gonna check it out, and I want to start off with this briefcase. The briefcase of mystery, which has a lot of mystery on that side, but on this side, not as much mystery. This is for a show that you might not remember called Butt Ugly Martians. It says, Butt Ugly Martians, the Martians have landed.
We are the Martians, the Butt Ugly Martians.
It gives me vibe of like the early pilot, like test footage for Jimmy Neutron, which we'll play as well right now. It was like they did that, but made a whole show. So we're gonna open this up. This is a whole portfolio here. When you open it up, it is filled with a bunch of memorabilia from that show. So for those of you guys that grew up with the show, this is gonna be wild to see. And if you didn't, it's just weird. So on the front here, we have a Butt Ugly Martians preview comic, new 3D graphics. So at that time, you know, this was cutting edge technology. And that thing's been in there so long, it's like fused with the actual folder. I guess I'm just gonna leave it in there. I'd love to take a look at the back side of it, the butt ugly side of it, if you will, but I don't think I can. There's this newspaper, but from what I can tell in the newspaper, it doesn't have anything to do with the Butt Ugly Martians or anything Nickelodeon related. I'm thinking maybe it's just there for protection, but I don't know. But there's two folders inside of it. Let's go ahead and take a look at this one right here. And it's got this Butt Ugly Martians portfolio from like a presentation. It's got a CD-ROM in there, which I wish I could actually play, but my computer doesn't have a CD port. Does yours? Because mine doesn't. And it looks like a credit card. I don't know why it's shaped like that, but interesting enough. And right there, you've got the Butt Ugly Brothers and also like the villain in the background there. But as we open this up, I'll get you guys some close-up shots here. We have an animation magazine. So it's like a collection almost of what was happening when this show came out. So you can tell kind of already that it was somebody who was very passionate about it. You have animation magazine there. You have Just News Group talking about it. And you even have this right here, which is an invitation to celebrate the launch of Butt Ugly Martians on Nickelodeon. And it's also got a script. This is The Butt Uglies, episode 26. And it is signed by all the voice actors on this show, including one most notably, somebody I've actually had a personal encounter with, Rob Paulson, who does the voice of Mark Chang, Yakko, Carl Weezer, a bunch of, an unbelievable amount of characters. But it's signed by the entire crew, and all of them say to Oogie, OG Oogie, to Oog. So I think that this person is the voice actor for this character on screen, done by Oogie Banks. And if he reaches out to me and he's ever interested, I am more than happy to give this back to him. As of right now, in the time that we're in, I'm gonna probably just keep it in the collection here, but if at any point in time he wants this back, just let me know. Because despite it being in a storage locker or not, it seems like it was originally yours, but a very interesting piece. And you also have original photos from the launch in the Science Museum in London. If you don't know, Butt Ugly Martians is really popular in the UK for some reason. It actually has most of its seasons that aired in the UK well after the show got canceled here in the US. So you can see actual images of the characters. You can see Rob Paulson there and some of the other characters actually there in like these, Disneyland style costumes. It's incredibly interesting, and I love getting these storage hauls so much. I'm so grateful to the person that I'm working with on doing this because, man, are we able to get some really literal treasures come out of some of these units. And I have something soon coming in another video that is gonna blow your mind, so make sure you subscribe. But next item, let's check it out. I'm gonna put all this back in this briefcase, and we even have some more employee-only stuff and some also just awesome merchandise. Next up is a bunch of magazines, most of which look like they're Nick magazines, and this is mostly all Nickelodeon. I have another video coming up that's just general storage haul, and I have a whole nother video that's all Spongebob stuff that came from these units. But this was in there, and I guess forgot to take this out. This is a trainer's guide for the Pokemon Ruby game. Of course, I had to grab this. This is just too sweet, and the most nostalgic game from my childhood. But besides that, we got some Nick magazines, which we're gonna go through the collection and see which ones of these we have and which ones we don't have. But we got Go Fly a Sponge here, which I think I have this one, but this might be in better condition. So I'll always be putting the best condition ones in our archive to preserve them the best way possible. Next up here we have 2002 Kids' Choice Awards here. And look in the back, it's got Dewey. And they give him a chocolate milk mustache. This one I don't know if I have, and that is We Spy on Spy Kids. Weird statement, but nonetheless cool. And also Nicktoons comic, as told by Ginger. And I'm not gonna show you the back of all of them because some of them are just like this unbelievable basketball hoop that could only be fueled by the power of Frosted Flakes. A bowl of cereal that has as much sugar as a can of Pepsi. You gotta love it. And then frickin' we got Big Fat Liar right there with Amanda Bynes and Frankie Muniz, as well as Rocket Power. I don't have this one for sure. I have this one, but this is way better shape. We have Take a Bite with Keenan and Kel from Good Burger. And we have Angry Beavers and new Nicktoons. This is a Premiere magazine for the Angry Beavers when the show had just been coming out. Another one that I might have, but it's definitely not in that kind of condition. So an awesome set here. And I think that's all the magazines. Let's keep going here. So next up we have some CDs here. And the first one up here we have is We're the Kids of the Future. Whoa. We're the kids of the future. Whoa. Nobody knows what they said after that, okay? But we have the Jimmy Neutron movie soundtrack. The soundtrack for frickin' Emma Roberts, Unfabulous. A lot of people don't know her. I think her aunt is Julia Roberts. 5 people that are old enough to know who that is. But it's a sealed CD too. And a very, very lesser, oh my gosh, there's 2 games in here. A very much lesser known Nick Kart Racing game. We have Winner's Cup for the PC. Frickin' that Rouster. That's a rooster, Ryan. Rouster. You got frickin' Danny Phantom, Vlad Plazmius. That guy in the frickin', that's Plankton back there. What a frickin' Rouster. The original one, which is actually weirdly enough in the game. The first one, Nicktoons Racing. Oh, dang, you see how that 90s commercial zoom in? The first one, this came out on the PS2, I think, so it's very well known. And then we had an arcade machine for it, as well as with the newer ones, you have a whole trilogy of games now, Nick Kart Racing. But there was this one that came out for the PC that's completely different. I don't know if it uses the same models for the Nick Nitro game. Maybe it does, because this probably would have been around the same time they made Nick Nitro, but they could just be 2 separate games altogether. But this is brand new to the collection. Actually, all of these are brand new to the collection, so huge win there. And most of the stuff you see here, for the most part, is going to be brand new, unless I'm just not sure. Because the stuff that's doubles, I sell over on our Whatnot stream to help supply these videos and all the other videos we do. Wonder Pets, we're on our way. We're off to save something, save the day with Tuck. What are their names? I can't remember the hamster's name. Tuck, Corey, and Ming Ming too. We're off to save the day. I don't remember the theme song, but honestly, the Wonder Pets is a little bit new from my childhood. Like, this is definitely like a Nick Jr. show, so I was like well into when I should probably stop watching this, but I still watched a couple Nick Jr. shows. I still do. But Wonder Pets isn't one of them. But this is still awesome to have in the collection because we have all 3 of them. Ryan, can put the hamster's name on screen. I know he's Tuck, Ming Ming, and then the hamster's name escapes me. All I see in him is the Kia Soul hamster. But we have all 3 of them here, which is amazing just for representation of the characters. I can't wait to add these somewhere in the cavern, or at least in our toy box. I would say they're kind of like barely grasping at nostalgia. Like, they're not super old, but they're old enough. There's more butt ugliness. We got Butt Ugly Martians booster packs. A bunch of freaking cards. There's freaking 5 packs or 6 packs there. I'm okay with having 5. Let's go ahead and pop one open here. What is this even gonna pertain? Okay, we have like this robot dude attacking one of the Martians there. Oh my gosh, that early CGI is really, really terrifying. He got beautiful eyes, but everything around him is horrifying. And then I love these just completely out of context of just shots of the episodes. These are all just screenshots from the episodes mostly. Like literally all of them are just screenshots from the episode. Besides like maybe this one, but I feel like that could be from the intro, honestly. So there's that. These are not really good trading cards, and I can see why they aren't really super sought after. And there's also Butt Ugly Martian's Liquid Candy. That looks like, honestly, it's not that bad. I used to love the like spray on Warheads, like sour spray. It was so good as a kid. So I can imagine this is good too. It's big, but the thing is, it's got this bottle top on the top there that's like a Gatorade. It's almost like they want you to drink it like as if it's a Gatorade, which the molasses consistency of that makes me think there's a lot of sugar in this, which is fine, but that's a big nozzle to get all that at once. And there's a Butt Ugly Martians board game, The Race to Rescue Dog. When I think dog, I think of Tom Kenny as one half of Cat Dog. All right, then there we go. We got the crew right there. Look at it. Got freaking Beautiful Gorgeous from Jet Fusion. You got freaking knockoff Timmy Turner. And then you got freaking Arwen from Billy and Mandy. You got the wildest looking crew. But honestly, it doesn't look that bad. I can't really give much of an opinion on the show overall, because I can only remember like what seems like fever dream memories of like a couple episodes here and there. But the imagery of the show was so impactful that I never forgot about it. Like only seeing a couple episodes, I still remember them. So they did something right there. Hey, speaking of dog, we got dog right here. This is a Namco plushie of dog and also cat. It's from 2002. Finding any cat dog merch is actually pretty remarkable these days, so that's definitely a grail piece to have in the collection. The freaking butt ugliness never stops. We also got some butt ugly stickers. And then there's a whole bag of what looks like McDonald's toys. Oh, wait a minute, but they're all for Fairly Odd Parents, except for one. There's this random bunny clip Spongebob, which we have, you know, pretty much all of those, including this one over here. My finger doesn't work, but it's around there somewhere. All right. We have Clef the Boy Chin Wonder, and if you pop him open, it becomes regular old Timmy Turner, who's like sitting there reading a book. So that way he's still in disguise, you know, he can just do it poof, you know, way, so his parents don't catch him with that battery ram. And then he's got a red, I thought it was like a yarmulke, but it's actually just his hat, a red hat on. So they're all kind of like transforming or like magic based, it looks like. So you have freaking Timmy there with his bed that turns into like an actual rocket ship. That's Crash Nebula, I believe. You got Cosmo there with like a sparking magic film reel or circle there. You can barely get it to spark. Right there, this is back in the day, like I always say, when they used to give kids fire starters, then that was a toy. You gotta love it. Ooh, it's a magic door. So you have Cosmo, Wanda, and Timmy in there. And if I close it and reveal it, ooh, we've got the evil Vicky. That was kind of clean though, honestly. Like that was actually a pretty good transition. That works surprisingly well. Okay, you know. What magicians don't tell you is 1 out of 5 shows they fail drastically and everybody knows exactly what they did. And they take care of all of those audience members. And by that, I mean pay them off. Okay, so you have the Crimson Chin here, too. You can, like, give him surgery. You have a normal, that's not really normal, but a normal-ish chin. And then it actually propels the rest of his body and the figure itself. So, like, the wheel in the back is actually propelling at that point. You got Mark Chang here. Vicky, my love. Where have you gone? You partially still see you there. There's also this little keychain, actually, of them in their fishbowl. Water is getting light. That fairy poop is starting to build up. But it's still a cool idea. So we'll put these to the side. There's also this whole bag here of, like, Pokemon coins. I think there's a couple things in here I just forgot to take out. These are all just coins for different Pokemon TCG, it looks like. And I also find a lot of Pokemon stuff in these. If you guys are interested in seeing that, let me know. But I just don't know if it really fits over here on this show. We got Susie Carmichael here as well, a plush. And this one is probably Namco too. I wouldn't be surprised. Yeah, Namco 2000. So from Namco 2000, you got Susie there. I love that her hair is like kind of bendable, so you can kind of pose it however you want. But there we go. We got Susie. I don't have a lot of Susie items in general, so I love that. Oh, now this is freaking epic. We have Jimmy Neutron's Air Rocket. That is the rocket ship that he actually has in the film there. And it actually comes with a glow-in-the-dark Jimmy Neutron light switch. It's a freaking for Kmart exclusive. These are the most random exclusives ever today. All we need is like a freaking fork and knife set. It's like a home buffet exclusive. So it looks like you actually can launch Jimmy. You gotta love that. That's so cool. The legs expand and attract like an accordion, because so many kids know what an accordion is, to propel the rocket along. Okay, so the rocket doesn't actually launch. He just rolls, which is a little less exciting, but I didn't plan on opening it anyway. It is brand new sealed, still in the box, so that is definitely a piece that's got to go on display if we can find a space for it, but it's a pretty big box, but either way, it's going in our vault to preserve this bad boy. Actually, Jimmy was a pretty good kid overall, but this kid in the back of the box with a red shirt, pretty bad. We have what's actually a pretty rare VHS here. This is the Amanda Show Volume 1. I'm pretty sure this VHS goes for like above $20 just because there wasn't a lot of the Amanda Show that was put on VHS. And you can see, man, I mean, you basically got the whole series there, being you got episode 214 and episode 217. So much content. And it actually still has the original release date right there on there. That's officially written and printed on there, 1941. So the fact that this is still around is kind of wild. And also that Amanda is pushing like 100 years old almost. We have the official, finally, come on, map, you're supposed to know your directions. Upside down, hanging out here, making yourself look like a fool. The official Dora the Explorer's backpack. We go get that Temu one we got. No. Trademark Eloso. You aren't trademark Eloso. This is the Temu one we got, which, I mean, look at them freaking eyebrows on the map. Man got that freaking Southern California special eyebrows. Then over here we got the real map. You can kind of see how it is knockoff. I want to give credit. The Temu one isn't terrible, but this one's actually got like physical eyes that come off. It's not just printed on there. Get the Temu one out of here. I just needed this one until I had the Temu one on display until I got this one in the collection. And this is the officially licensed Dora's backpack, which is absolutely adorable. It even comes with a map, and because, you know, freaking kids lose everything, the map is actually like tied into the backpack, so you can never lose this. And look, it's got the entire city of Dora Land, or world, or what do they call it, where Dora lives? I don't know, like a village? Where does she live at? Will you help Dora and Boots get to her birthday party? Look how I'm always having to help Dora more than her parents do. But yes, I will help. What kind of street structure is this? It's literally just like a swiggle, like a zigzag. It looks like it's just a pretty straightforward route. It doesn't look like there's a lot of deviations there, Dora. I'm sure you can figure it out. If not, then you can have Crazy Steve help you.
Dora, you're the one with the map. Don't ask me.
So the officially licensed Dora. I don't keep a lot of Dora items in the collection typically because they can become very, very overwhelming with the amount of items. I love representation pieces, you guys know that, and this is a perfect one for Dora, so I'm happy to have that in the collection. Next up we have Clock here, I believe, from Blue's Clues, and this is the original one, a vintage one from 1999 here, and the quality on this is incredible. It's got the bell pieces separately, and the hands are actually adjustable, so you could actually use him to teach how to tell time. So the fact that he's actually adjustable is incredible. What do they say? It's 5 o'clock somewhere. There we go. It's always 5 o'clock somewhere, apparently. So we're going with 5 o'clock, but it also kind of blocks his eyes. All right, so we don't block his eyes. We're going to go with 2:30, which is actually a dentist's favorite time. 2:30. I'll escort myself out. Next up here, we got a Rugrats, like coloring activity book. And it's brand new sealed too. You got the Rugrats activity book. On the back there, it shows that it comes with a bunch of these different, these coloring books, which is crazy because I've actually found some of these coloring books like at thrift stores, like out of this. So knowing where they all came from is pretty cool. So it's a whole art kit there. Pretty cool piece there. We got this mug, this Nickelodeon promotional or employee exclusive mug here. And we finally got this right here. This is a Nickelodeon Studios, I'm pretty sure limited to like maybe 1,000 pieces, postcard set. And you can see all the different show logos on there. We actually had the book to this in the collection for quite some time, but this is the complete set that comes with all of these different art cards. They're basically trading cards for the different show creators on Nickelodeon. So you can read through these and they have little facts about each show creator on them, which is incredible. Unforgettable, and this full book that covers all the different creators' artworks in these postcard archives. So it's a full, complete book of postcards that are all exclusive to this book. Like, you can't get this art really in any official fashion besides this book, most of it. And there's even a poster here and a few more things, but I'm gonna cover this a little bit deeper over on the Comfort Cartoons Archive, which is my other channel, where we dive a little bit deeper into certain topics and pertains to some of the stuff we talk about here on the show. So I want to eventually cover this on that show, so I'm going to go ahead and leave it where it's at right now. You guys can see some shots here though, which is just, it's a beautiful piece. And I'm so glad to finally have the whole box, because let's be real, that freaking packaging is beautiful. Like, if you look at it from over here, it just looks like an orange square. But if you really take a chance to take a look closer, it's pretty incredible. So you got to make sure you display it somewhere really close where you can always see those details. So that's actually the end of the box here. So you guys are seeing the total on screen of the overall value. Again, big shout out to the people that help make these storage haul videos possible. They love watching the videos here too, so thank you so much to them. And of course, big shout out to you guys for getting this far in the video. If you did get this far in the video, give me a Dinkelberg in the comments down below, okay? So I know the real ones that made it all the way here to the end. I'm gonna try to heart a bunch of people's comments. And stay tuned here, we're gonna add some of this stuff to the collection. Whatever doesn't get added will of course go in our archive. Hit the like button, subscribe if you're new here. Again, check out our Patreon, which is down below. You can sign up for only $2 a month, and when you sign up, you'll get extended version of this video, 100% ad-free, as well as early release, and get invited to our Discord where you can hang out with other members of the Rep Pack. It's the ultimate way to watch Comfort Cartoons, and again, $2 a month, and supports this show. And you can also check out our Whatnot stream, where you can go find all the items that didn't get added to this box because they were duplicates for an amazing deal. And when you get 15 bucks for free when you sign up. But before we start adding this stuff, you know the drill. Scan it. So I felt like Icky Vicky needed to go on the spooky shelf, so that's where she's going. The door that Timmy has there too also kind of fits in well. And usually, because we have so much limited space in the cavern, I like to reserve the space for really, really big items. But it's nice to get little small pieces to fill in certain spots. So I wanted to get the Crimson Chin and also Clef, the Boy Chin Wonder, since we do have the action figure from this set, as well as a signed Jay Leno Crimson Chin photo, thanks to the Rep Pack and the fan mail series. Okay, and for our Nickelodeon postcard set here, I decided to add it here because this is where the set was sitting before with just the book, but now we've actually got the entire box and we've got the Conch Trio sitting on top of it. I think it looks brilliant. Okay, and Dora's bag is going up here where the Temu one was sitting for all this time, next to Blue's house and our Game Sphere. And over here in our like kind of mid 2000s shelf here, I guess, kind of like shows Jimmy Neutron, Fairly Odd Parents, Chalk Zone. I added in the Butt Ugly Martians, little liquid candy. So no one can ever say that we don't have any kind of Butt Ugly Martians representation here in the cavern, okay? It may not be a lot, but it's there. Cat Dog is over here by the Reptar wagon and the King Jellyfish. So I think his nose kind of like melded him in really well. I couldn't pick between cat and dog, but his nose is what made me go with dog. And all of the CDs, these will be going inside of our media archive. I'm also gonna look for another copy of the Winners Cup Racing because this one is really beat up, but it's good to have as a placeholder copy for right now. Okay, so Angelica's got her own shelf and Susie is kind of her go-to best friend. So I wanted to add Susie in here because we don't have that. I mean, we have a little Susie down here, but not that much because she doesn't have as many figures as Angelica does. So I'm gonna go ahead and add her in right here above Angelica, hanging out with her in her inner tube. Cuck, Ming Ming, and Remy or Lenny are in here with our plushies in the plush bag right above the blue conglomeration. And our Nickelodeon cup is coming over here on our Nickelodeon shelf with all of our other Nickelodeon branded products. And for all of the Nickelodeon magazines, I either don't have them or these ones are in better condition. So this is a great upgrade. Oh, except for this one. That one, you're out of here. But everybody else, they were in way better shape. So these will be going in the files, and everything else you don't see in this roundup will be going in the archive or the vault for being too big or just not really having a place here in our showcase, but in a safe place to be used for reference and protected. And although this is going in our archive for right now, again, if the person who owned this actually wants it, just again, let me know. I didn't intend on getting this, but I wasn't gonna leave it and let it get thrown away either. So that is it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, hit the like button. Subscribe if you are new here so we can get our way to 100,000 subscribers. And check out this video on your screen right here that I know you're gonna love. It's the most recent video here on the show. We put a lot of work into it, so please go check it out, and I can't wait to see you over there. And again, if you want to check out the Patreon, whatnot, all that information, that is right down below as well. And as always, Rat Pack, I'll see you beautiful people in the next one. Adios and bloop!